Paris, chérie, mon beau Paris, say to
Hello and welcome to Paris Set Me Free, mini photo tutorials. This is number 2 in my DécaNation series. They were taken at an athletics meeting at a stadium in Paris called Stade Charletti, all taken from exactly the same seat. So if you look at the series, there's quite a lot of photographs in the series coming over the next few days. You'll see what I tried to do from the same place. This one is called Wipeout, and it's one of those nice moments where you can capture an athlete not doing their sport, either before or after it. You can often capture the tension before the event, or the fatigue and the emotional draining after the event when it's all over. I remember, as a runner myself, I remember these moments. This guy, I'm trying to remember if this was before or after or during, because I think he was a long jumper, and they often do strange things in between their jumps to keep focused and so on. So anyway, there he is. You know, he's being looked at by probably thousands of people on the home run, the home straight, the audience, and there he is. He doesn't care. He's flat on his back in his nice shiny blue outfit and doing his thing. Now this photograph, if you look at the original, you might not be surprised to know that it's not quite as long and thin as the one I did. Now you can see that, you can compare that with that, and what I've done is gone with the lines. The lines, especially if you take the bands of colour, the pinky here, the pink here, the green here, they're bands of colour which are very, very panoramic, very long and thin, and I decided to complement that by making the photograph itself quite long and thin. And I had one dilemma, where to put the guy. I thought about cutting this left hand part off about here, but that didn't really work. He seemed too close to the left. I thought about chopping this part so it had a lot of the track going into the distance after his legs, but that didn't seem right either. So I decided to keep him slap bang in the middle in the end. Also had a problem with this thing here and this line. I thought, don't like that, it's not very pure. What can I do about that? If you see in the original, in fact, this is the shadow of some blue thing, which really doesn't add much to the photograph. I didn't want that. I wanted the photo to be purer. So I was thinking of ways of getting rid of this, you know, cloning this line out, all sorts of stuff like that. Then I suddenly realized, as I zoomed in, that the black lines complement each other. This line here, the thin black line going there in a kind of triangle shape, is exactly echoed by this triangular form here in the opposite direction. I left the wheels in here because I didn't want to go too close to the top of his knee, but that was good enough for me. This echoing of the kind of triangle, black triangle line going in. One's a wire for electricity, and the other's the shadow of that I don't know what it is, maybe a hurdle or something, a hurdle holder. So that was what I did with this shot. Used the composition within the shot to inform my composition, my cropping, letting these lines here tell me, okay, make the photograph like that as well. Nothing tells you that you have to have the photograph the same as you shot it, and indeed you don't actually have to have a rectangular frame at all. You could chop bits off it like this if you wanted, chop the corners off. You could get a pair of scissors and cut a circle around him. It's up to you. Obviously we're used to rectangular compositions, but unfortunately, well, I was going to say unfortunately we're conditioned to expect the typical size of a film frame, which in a way that's good because it disciplines you to try and do your best within that. But nowadays we don't have to stick to that. We can make the rectangle as long and thin or as tall and narrow as we want. It's up to us. So it's just another compositional option that we have there. Okay, well there's a picture of an athlete either preparing to be an athlete or after having been an athlete, not actually doing his event, which is a very nice thing to look for, those moments which are all part of the sport. Look out in the series for other shots where they're certainly in a lot more action-packed positions. So if you want to see a good quality version of that, go to the blog parissetmefree.blogspot.com. Look for September 2008. Thanks for visiting. See you next time. Bye bye.
Depuis que je suis à Paris, le jour et la nuit, je suis gris. J'ai compris la douceur de vivre. Je suis fou de joie, je suis ivre. Depuis que je suis à Paris.